Hi, I'm Ella, welcome to my channel. Historically, I have a very bad track record with NaNoWriMo, so this year I decided to start planning early, and I'm bringing you all along with me. In this video, I want to talk about settings in a bit more detail. Hopefully you've already done your world building. If not, I have another video in this playlist which will help you out with that. You should also have your plot. I also have a few videos on those in the playlist as well. But now it's time to think about your exact locations. Where are your scenes going to be taking place? You may not have decided exactly where they're all going to take place yet, but you should have enough of your various plot lines sorted that you know roughly where most of them are going to be taking place. So now we want to build a really good idea of what all of these places look and feel like. Unless your novel takes place in a few fixed locations, this is probably going to take you quite a while, as you need to go into a lot of detail. If after planning this location you don't know exactly what it would look like from all angles and in all weathers, or what it would actually feel like to be there, then you haven't gone into enough detail. If you're good at drawing, or even if you're not, you might find that drawing a picture of what it looks like can be really helpful. If you're not artistically talented, then a simple theatre blocking could work for you. So you just draw the outline and then use symbols and shapes to represent different things in there, just so you have a good idea in your head of what the layout's going to be like. So first up, thinking of dimensions. How big is the area, and how much space are your characters going to take up when they're in there? Are they going to feel claustrophobic, or are they going to feel very open and exposed? Then colours. It can be quite useful to have little paint swatches, the kinds you get when you go and you're trying out new colours for when you're painting your house. I don't know what shops sell them in other countries, but in the UK we have Homebase that usually hands out little booklets for free. And you don't just want to think about the colours, but what the colours will look like in possibly different weathers or in different lighting states. Then what's going to fill the space? Materials, both what everything that's inside the area are composed of, but also what the area itself is made of. Does that add any extra texture, and is that going to change the appearance or how it feels? Could the materials maybe affect the temperature? You really need to apply each of the 5 senses to this area and write down exactly how your characters would experience these for each location. More general locations, like towns or forests, it can be a good idea to draw out a map. Draw where the streets or paths go. You need to figure out what the buildings are going to look like. If there are signposts or street markings around, or if it's in the forest, maybe there's an area where trees are thicker, where it's harder for your characters to move through. There might be an area where there's a fox den or particular birds nesting. What types of trees? And then again in the town, things like when does the litter collection come around? Most of these things for more general areas probably should have been thought about during your world building process, but if you don't have enough detail on some of the specific locations, now is when you really want to get into it. And also, if you have a location idea but nothing necessarily happening there, create the location anyway, and you might find that later on you find something to happen there. It's always better to be more prepared. Remember, you don't want to be doing this just for your key events, but anything that you have happening in your novel, you should have a location tied to it. So make sure that you're planning that location very well for every single part. If you found this useful, give it a like and make sure to subscribe to stay updated when my latest videos come out. Till next time, bye!